for what we're supposed to do for this data display and interpretation. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a walkthrough to kind of show you what it is I'm looking for. Now, the one thing I've kept saying time and time again for this section right here is what I'm really looking for, especially in like this area, is a bit of a Desmos flex. I want you to kind of show off how you can use Desmos to find statistical measures and create different types of data, and that you're going to use the data from the sheet. Then you need to analyze it and make some inferences or claims off of them. And so let's talk about these right here. This might be the easiest one to kind of start off with. So you're going to make a box plot comparison, a dot plot comparison, and a histogram comparison. So you have all kinds of options. Here's the data we have. You can pick whatever you want. If you want to use first through fourth grade for any data here, you can. So for example, maybe I'm going to do a dot plot of how many siblings there are in first grade. So I can copy this, and then I'm going to go with list 1, paste it. I've got that. I'll take second grade's set of stuff. And if you're doing this on an iPad, you won't be able to copy and paste it like I'm doing it here. But what you can do is just, write your list, and you can start typing it all out, write it down on a sheet of paper, and then type it all out on here. All right, so now once you have the list, at this point you can make those data displays. So let's see, if I want to go with like a dot plot, which I think would look really good with something like this, I can go L1. There we go. I have that. Then I will make another dot plot. This time L2 for that second list. And what I will do, or what you should do for your stats portfolio, is unselect one of them, take a screenshot or a picture of this, then unselect the other one, take a screenshot, picture of this, and then try to make some sort of comparison, make some sort of analogy here. So like I'm seeing that they both share one sibling as the mode. That's what I'm looking for. So the interpretation is very open-ended. Like I said, we're kind of flexing our statistical skills. Can you make a list? Can you interpret it? Stuff like that. All right. And then once you've done this, again, we'll kind of switch gears and go with a different comparison. So we did a dot plot. Now you can go to a box plot. You can go to a histogram. You can do whatever you want. And other data that you have here is you could go to the 7th grade data. So for example, we could do something like, let's see here, what's a good option? We can compare your vertical jump. So Control C, let's make a new list. We'll call it L3. And then to your horizontal jump, all that information you got here. So then let's go with L4, that equals that. And then once I'm here, I can do what I want. So if I want to go with the box plot, let's go with like L3. So then let's just kind of show it. You go with a histogram for L4. Now don't forget the bin. What I would do is probably go with a bin of like 5 or 10 and then make a left alignment just to kind of take a look at what we have here. Let's see, so it's kind of a boring histogram, but let's see, what would happen if we went like with 2? Did I do anything? 10? Something. All right, so you can play around with it, but that's the thing. You're kind of flexing your Desmos skills and how you can make this, and then once you look at it, try to draw a comparison. Now, you're going to want to do this for use the same type of display, so have 2 box plots, have 2 histograms, but just kind of repeat what I did here with the dot plots, where take a screenshot of this, put it into your stats portfolio, and then explain it. Tell me what's going on here. So here, I see an outlier. 0 is an outlier. And I think this is because, someone was absent that day, and they put in 0 because they didn't jump. So that you can state something like that. I mean, you're interpreting this data. So like I keep saying, it's all about flexing your knowledge, flexing your understanding of what we do with Desmos and how we can then interpret it using some of the terms, some of the language that we've used over the last couple of weeks. So hopefully this has helped sort of clarify what it is you need to do for this part. We've talked about this part in great detail, where for this one, you're going to want to use the mean height of everybody. And so our goal here is this is where we're really going to be looking at the population statistics with sample statistics. and how we're going to see what happens when you have a biased mean, which is right, or sorry, a biased sample here, how that impacts the mean versus a random sample, and then a more systematic random sample, taking a look at the means there. So if you have any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, good luck with it, and I'm looking forward to reading all your portfolios here in the next couple of days.